All right, guys, Dr. John's Bike Tips. All right, ever heard the phrase ridden hard, put away wet? That's usually what we do with our mountain bikes, but there's some simple maintenance you should do after every ride. Make your bike last longer, save you money, and actually makes your next ride more enjoyable. So usually it's getting muddy. I always give my bike a hose off, so garden hose, soap and water. You don't need expensive bike wash. This stuff's great, makes it shine. I just use soap and water, get the big chunks off. I usually don't even have to take my wheels off. But then you want to put some chain lube on. You want to clean the lube. It's usually dirty, full of mud, and then also picks up a lot of debris. So when we put chain lube on, it's so that it can bend at the joints more efficiently at each little segment. And then it also helps your cassette last longer, so it's not wearing down the teeth quicker. You'll be able to shift more efficiently and not be frustrated at the side of the trail trying to fiddle with stuff. So, all right, I've washed my bike, soap, water, sprayed it off, let it dry, and then I've got the chain here. All you need to do, you can really use the chain in any gear. I've just got it in the middle range. And you want some bike lube. They make any different kind. This was a Finish Line. Usually is a good general dry lubricant. They make special ones if it's going to be wet. They make ceramic lubes. Honestly, you can pick and choose which ones you want. I like ones that don't make too big of a mess each time that you ride. So you can just pick this up at your bike shop online. I don't use a lot of lube, and so what I'll do is I'll take the cap off, and there's a little applicator. You're going to drip one drip on each segment of the chain. You want to put a towel down just so you don't make a mess. A lot of times I'll dangle my towel on the wheel, and so that'll catch any overspray, and then it's just going to be as simple as putting a drop on each of the connectors. Now if you're saying, okay, there's 128 little links of the chain, I don't have time for that. You can do it quicker. You're just going to waste some of the lube and create a little overspill. So that would just look like me constantly dripping it as I work my way around. Just get a good amount of chain lube on it. Now there's too much lube, so we have to wipe some off. Grab a towel, any kind, don't use a paper towel, and you're just gonna hold it against the chain ring while you're pedaling. And I like pedaling backwards. It won't generate as big of a wheel spin and rub the skin off your face. So I'm here and I'm kind of using a rubbing up and down motion on my chain only as it's on the chain ring. And what you'll notice as you go through is that cleaned all that dirt and gunk off my chain. And it also helps work that lube in. If your chain's really dirty, first you're just going to have to hold the chain and allow it to collect the dirt and overspray here, and then you can get a little more fine-tune and polish it around the chain ring. Your jockey wheels on the reel-to-railer build up mud and gunk, so you just want to either use a toothbrush and scrape that off, or what I do is I just take my towel and I set it right up on the jockey wheel. I make sure I don't get it sucked up into the chain and back, and in 2 minutes I've lubed my chain. It's ready to go for the next ride, and that's really the only bike maintenance you have to do. At the end of the season, or if something's not working right, we can dive into bike maintenance, but better off just taking it to the shop or your buddy who wrenches on bikes all the time. So as long as you're lubing the chain, cleaning your bike, it's gonna work the way you want. All right, guys, like and subscribe if this is helpful, and I can't wait to share the next tip with you next time. All right, see ya.